Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who root and teach well, Wa Barakathum, until the helpful elect. All right, now today through the Spirit is going to be a quick lesson entitled Ww3 is prophecy. Okay, and it's something that's prophesied to happen. It was said before, see, and the Spirit of the Lord has been on men even from, before the latter times, to have visions and receive revealings of, this war, you know what I'm saying, which is ultimately the war of Armageddon, the end all be all, before the Lord establishes His kingdom, right? And you're seeing that this last war is stirring up in these latter times, like more so than ever. And you had the apostles, the elders of great millstone, who've been speaking on this for who knows how long. We've entered, not me being a babe, a young man in His truth, I've entered into another man's labors, right? But it's showing who the true prophets are, because guess what? The things that they said, what was written in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? They made it plain upon tables, as it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and it's happening, which is proving, those men really had a spirit of the Lord, because the Spirit of the Lord gives you the spirit of prophecy, right? So this was spoken of for a very long time, man, through the Spirit of the Lord, man. So we see that it's inevitable and it's gonna happen. All right, but there's prophecies that have to happen before it fully kicks off. Like the Revelation 13 and 16. That has to come to pass, because during this war, it's gonna be a great deliverance. It's gonna have to happen, because anybody that's here on this land is gonna be burnt up. Now you're gonna have different people that may be in bunkers. It's mainly gonna be Edomites, like these top banking family Edomites and all that. They're fleeing out of here. They're going into different bunkers. You're gonna have certain ones that escape, but as far as the regular person, they're gonna be destroyed, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna deliver a remnant and beam them up into a chariot in the midst of this war. That's an end time prophecy, right? It's gonna be a crap ton of nuclear warheads hitting this land that we're in, known as Babylon the Great, the headquarters of this wicked kingdom. Okay, and the only people that's gonna be able to be delivered is the ones that are inside, that are on that fathership whenever all these things are happening, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into these news articles. This is a heavy prophecy to understand, but let's see it actually happening, man. But this is China vows targeting military actions, because the Nancy lady is trying to deal with Taiwan, right? And China already has had friction with the U.S., which is also known as Babylon the Great America, also known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? Also known as, you can look at it as the modern day Assyria, like being Nineveh, Assyria, man. That great city, that great whore, like spoken of in Nahum the 3rd chapter. So this is America, man, right? So this place has many names, and when you understand history, you had prophets, who received visions, such as Isaiah, Jeremiah, Joel. They saw visions of this future destruction. Because when you understand history, when you read their books, those that happened to the ancient Babylonian Empire, the ancient Egyptian Empire, that's how it's speaking about America. Okay? But we see it says China vows target military actions in response to Pelosi Taiwan visit, man. Right? So China has had friction with America. All right. But we see in these times a lot of things are being exaggerated or being magnified because because the Lord's getting ready to destroy this place. He's getting ready to bring forward that prophecy, right? So now China is they're kind of bluffing, showing like kind of getting that threat, what I'm saying, hostile mode towards America, which had been like this, but now since the times we're in, it's being magnified. You see if it has anything I want. No, it had nothing interesting in here. But you can check out this article, inquiry.net. All right. So you have China that are becoming hostile towards America. Let's go to the next article, which shows you that this war is destined to happen, man. Right? And eventually it will. U.S. drone killed al-Qaeda, leader of army in Afghanistan. See, now it was I believe it's Iran. America had they struck one of his guys too. That was about a year ago. So guess what they just recently just got this guy too. Right? And this is rising up, conflict amongst these different nations, man. Right? And these other nations, they're war ready, man. Okay? There's even small nations that's ready that's developing nuclear weaponry and stuff, because it's all according to prophecy. Let's get another news article. Russia and United States. All you gotta do is type in Russia and United States, right? And look what you see right here. And Russia can be known as the Medes, and also Gog and Magog, right? According to the Bible. And they're going to be the main nation that's going to destroy America, right? But it's going to be Russia, China. It's going to be all these nations rising up against America, even these European Union countries, man. All right. Well, really, it can be applied to being the Treaty of Rome. Going all the way back to the Treaty of Rome, those nations that are like little vassals to America, they're going to be coming against America as well. So this place has nothing but destruction coming into it, man. But as long as we stay serving the Lord, we have nothing to worry about, right? But it says Russia says United States is directly involved in Ukrainian war. So they've already marked America as an enemy, and they've been saying threats amongst each other. Let's get the next one. That's the Reuters, the Telegraph. U.S. is directly involved in the Ukraine war. Russia claims. So Russia deems America as an enemy, man. So guess what? As soon as one missile gets fired, it's all out. It's war. But it's all according to the prophecies. It's certain prophecies that have to happen before World War III happens. So the Lord is gonna do things how He does it. But the point of making this quick lesson is to show you that we're in the time period of it happening, man. World War III. This is Revelation 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And that's where we're at in prophecy, man. Okay, and what happened before this? Let's go back 2 verses before, right? For edification purposes. See? Let's go back 2 verses before, and we're going to read on. Revelation 11, verse 12. And I heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, this is speaking unto the elect of the nation of Israel, those that are predestinated to be delivered, the true chosen of the Lord, right? The remnant. It says, come up hither, and they ascended up into heaven in a cloud. That's that fathership. And their enemies beheld them. They looked they seen them. Right? Let's keep going. And at the same hour, there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. Right? Now, this is talking about the whole region of America, those regions of America. Okay? And how is this going to happen? By way of the ICBM nuclear missiles, those nuclear warheads. Right? It says in the earthquake were slain of men, 7,000, a complete number. And the remnant were afraid. So that's the ones who got delivered and gave glory to the power of heaven. So this shows you that during this World War III, you see, we're going to have to be delivered. You're going to have to be in that fathership. And what does it say after that? The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So during the midst of that war, The Lord is going to return. He's going to have to deliver that remnant so that way it don't be burnt up this place. Right? Because it's going to burn like Sodom and Gomorrah did. Right? But let's keep going though, man. This is Joel chapter 3. And I'm just going to jump down. I want to get verse 2 and I'm going to go down to verse 9. This is Jeremiah chapter 3. I'm reading verse 1 and 2. Verse 1, behold, in those days and in that time, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah. So that's the southern kingdom, right? And Jerusalem, so the nation of Israel, the rest of the tribes. So that means that we will be in a captivity together, right? It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment. And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. So it's time period of the Lord judging this place. And that's what Ww3 is going to be, judgment. Let's go down to the point right here. All right. Okay. This is Joel chapter 3 verse. I'm just gonna go to verse 9. Yeah. I'm gonna go to verse 9 and read down. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all of the men draw near, let them come up. This is prophecy. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong. So that's what you're seeing. All types of nations are having nuclear warheads and you know, rising up. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down. O Yahweh, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat. For there will I judge to sit all the heathen round about. So that's what's getting ready to happen. That's according to prophecy. The Lord is going to judge all these nations, man. He's going to gather them together during this world war. That's why you're seeing all these nations getting involved. That's all according to prophecy. Right? Let's get another one. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. So when the Lord is ready to bring judgment, right? Which we're in the time period of it. For my determination is to gather the nations, so all those nations that we just read in Joel the 3rd chapter, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, which means righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Because guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to come back in the midst of that war, and he's going to end it all. You see, but those nations are going to be gathered during this World War III, and we're in that time period, man. Lastly, Jeremiah 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause up to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Right? And that's what you see happening now. And the modern Babylon is America. You see? When you understand history, when you read this chapter, those things written of in this chapter didn't happen to the ancient Babylonian Empire, but it's going to happen to this one, daughter of Babylon. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty extra man, and none shall return into them void. And what are those arrows? That's them nuclear warheads, man. Right? So World War III is in the scriptures, is prophecy. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting ready to happen, man. It's getting closer. But anyways, that's the point. Lord will, the lesson was edifying. I'm going to end it all by saying, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Work HaKodesh. Till next time, Shalom.